11-year-old boy dead, and his brother in critical condition. This morning, the family is speaking out. Ariel Ressett joins us with that. Good morning, Ariel.
Good morning to you, Michael. The Jaramillo family spoke to us from the hospital. Their eldest son still fighting for his life as authorities look for clues about what caused this devastating accident. This morning, authorities investigating after a tragic accident at an amusement park outside Des Moines, Iowa, claimed the life of 11-year-old Michael Jaramillo and left his older brother David in critical condition.
I need an ambulance strike team right now to Adventureland. This is code 3. Please respond to Adventureland.
The ride shut down as officials try to determine what went so terribly wrong. Saturday, the Jaramillos visiting Adventureland Park to celebrate David's upcoming birthday. 6 family members boarding the Raging River ride, but shortly after, the unthinkable.
We've got a total of 3 patients, actually 2 CPR in progress right now.
The raft capsizing, flipping the family into the water. What do you remember about Saturday?
When it flipped over, all of us were trapped in seats and seatbelts. I see the silhouettes of my sons trying to grab each other, grab us. They wanted us to help them. We couldn't do it.
Michael and 2 other children, including his older brother David, rushed to the hospital. Michael did not survive. David is still in a medically induced coma. An attorney for Adventureland Park telling ABC News the Raging River ride has been in operation for nearly 4 decades. It is a safe ride. The ride was inspected by the state of Iowa the day before the incident and was in good working order. But it's not the first deadly accident involving the same ride. The Des Moines Register reporting in 2016 a staff member was killed after falling while helping guests onto their rafts. The park fined $4,500 by Iowa's Occupational Safety and Health Administration after the incident. The Jaramillos now praying for David's recovery and remembering Michael as a kind, caring, fun-loving young boy.
I feel like the Adventureland robbed me of my baby. I will never get a chance to see him grow up.
Just heartbreaking, and the park says a comprehensive investigation is now underway with state and local authorities. They are asking for prayers for this family and for anyone who witnessed this terrible tragedy. Michael?
Unimaginable, Ariel, and very hard.
This is Job chapter 4, 7 verse 7 through 9. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Even as I have seen they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. By the blast of the Most High they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed. Right? So, it's unfortunate to see the young brother pass away like that. Right? And, when I was in the world, man, I would have been like, real messed up by that, man. Like, yo, why did that happen? Why did it have to happen to that little boy? But being in this truth and having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, I know why it happened. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or a child, man. The Most High, he'll take you out, man. It don't matter who you are, okay? The Most High is not a respecter of persons. So, again, Job 7, remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, man. So no one dies being innocent, man. Not even babies. Okay? Because due to reincarnation, if a baby happens to pass away, it's because of something that they did in their former life, man. You only get that through the understanding of the Holy Scriptures.
After a wrong-way crash on the West Park Tollway, there's still a lot of questions this morning about why the child's uncle was driving the wrong way on the tollway. KPRC 2's Vincent Crivelli joining us live from Fort Bend County with what happened overnight. Vincent, good morning.
Lisa, good morning. One of the biggest questions this morning, of course, is why was someone driving the wrong way on the tollway? Well, both vehicles were so badly burned, investigators say it will take them a while to sort through the evidence. A vicious collision causes two cars to burst into flames and takes 3 lives.
This is a pretty horrific crash. Just the family shouldn't have to go through this.
Investigators say a 28-year-old man was with his 2-year-old nephew driving the wrong way on the westbound West Park Tollway when they crashed into a woman driving a white SUV.
When the fire department arrived there, one vehicle was fully involved and it was rapidly spreading to the other one.
Firefighters battled the flames, but both drivers passed away on scene. The 2-year-old boy was still alive, but in critical condition.
Paramedics got here. They actually cut the seatbelt and removed the child from the car and lifelined him to Houston Memorial downtown.
However, the young boy did not survive. Back on scene, it was tough for first responders to identify the woman driving the right way because her body was severely burned.
This is a very difficult call for the first responders and of course for the families involved as well. Our prayers go out to the families of the victim, the friends of the victim, and of course for the first responders who had to deal with this call as well.
So right now, investigators are trying to figure out where the wrong way driver got onto the tollway and, of course, why they were driving in the wrong direction. Reporting live in Fort Bend County, Vincent Crivelli, KPRC 2 News.
This is Romans chapter 2, verse 11 through 12. For there is no respect of persons with the Most High. For as many as has sinned without law shall also perish without law, and as many as have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law. Okay? So like I said earlier, the Most High is not a respecter of persons. It doesn't matter if you're a man, woman, or a child. It doesn't matter if you're a celebrity. Okay? It doesn't matter if you're a philanthropist. It doesn't matter if you give out soup and biscuits to homeless people. It doesn't matter, man. When it's your time, it's your time. For as many as have sinned without the law, right? So he said there was a toddler there, okay? And we all know that the toddler wasn't able to keep the law, of course. But that toddler got judged for things that, the toddler did in his former life, man. Reincarnation is real, man. And as many as have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law. Okay? And that's talking about, these Israelites out here, man. Like Sakari and them.
The North Freeway's back open this morning after the death of a teenager.
Investigators say she jumped out of a moving car last night near FM 1960. KPRC 2's Vincent Crivelli joins us live from the scene with what led up to this tragedy. Vince?
Lisa, good morning. Detectives are still working out all the details in this deadly situation, but they do say that the mother and daughter had been arguing before this all unfolded. Overnight, a horrific situation on the North Freeway in Harris County. Investigators say while traveling in the car, a mother and her teenage daughter were arguing. Then for some reason, the teenager jumped out of the vehicle.
On arrival, deputies learned that a juvenile female was confirmed deceased.
Right now, detectives are trying to figure out why she exited her mother's car and what killed her. Investigators say they spoke with a witness driving behind the mother and daughter who swerved out of the way.
But we don't have a witness that can say that she was actually struck by a vehicle at this time.
Of course, the investigation continues, and at last check, authorities say they believe the victim was 15 years old. Reporting live in North Harris County, Vincent Crivelli, KPRC 2 News.
Vincent.
Okay. And that's another unfortunate event right there. Okay. But us in this truth know. Proverbs 20:24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So regardless of what you're doing in your walk of life, the Most High is orchestrating that. Wherever you go, whatever you do, that's what the Most High has you doing. There is no free will. Okay? And that's something that people need to understand. So the Most High put the spirit on that girl to open up the door while the car was still moving, on the freeway, and to jump out the car, man. That's judgment, man. That is judgment. The Most High did that. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Another deadly weekend of gun violence in the city involving several teenage victims.
The surge in shootings nationwide will be a major topic today as a candidate for New York City mayor heads to the White House. CBS 2's John Diaz is live at the scene of a deadly shooting in the Mount Hope section of the Bronx with new information on the victim. John?
Good morning to both of you. We are now just learning more information about the age and the name of this victim. Police have identified him as 16-year-old Raymond Gil Madrano. We are told that he is from the Bronx, actually about a mile away from this location. And unfortunately, he's actually the fourth teenager to be shot over the weekend in 3 different boroughs. He's actually the third teenager to have passed away due to this rise in gun violence. Again, from just over the weekend, as you can see right here behind me, authorities, they are still out here on scene, still investigating this deadly shooting here on East 178th Street. A total of at least 9 shootings happened over the weekend. In this case, though, we are told that the 2 men that allegedly killed this teenager are still on the run. This morning, the NYPD is investigating another fatal shooting, one that ended a bloody and deadly weekend citywide. Around 11:30 Sunday night, police say 2 men pulled their car up next to a cab by the corner of East 178th Street and Webster Avenue in the Bronx, fatally shooting the back passenger in his head and chest. The incident happening less than 2 miles away from where a 13-year-old was killed over the weekend. Detectives say he was shot multiple times. Blah, blah. This man heard the shots echo loud on East 187th Street and Prospect Avenue.
When the third one came, I hit the floor, and I didn't get up until it was over. I called 911.
The gunman opened fire right in front of this cafe. Police say the teen was the intended target, and it may have been gang-related. A second teenager was killed in Queens on Sunday when he was shot just minutes after midnight on Quincer Road. And in Brooklyn near Pitkin Avenue, police say a 16-year-old survived getting shot in the thigh. The NYPD releasing the latest shooting numbers, not taking into account Sunday. As of July 10th, there have been 795 shooting incidents and 920 victims. This time last year, there were 612 incidents and 750 victims. Some community activists say the city needs anti-crime units back.
We should be throwing away the keys on gun violence, repeat offenders. Throw away the keys on these people. They should not be let out on the street anymore.
The violent weekend comes as the Democratic nominee for New York City Mayor Eric Adams and other local leaders and law enforcement officials plan on meeting with President Biden at the White House today to discuss the nationwide surge in gun violence. Adams will be there in his role as Brooklyn Borough President.
Next question.
Now, the White House has yet to release the names of the other people attending that meeting. As for these fatal shootings here citywide, police have yet to make any arrests from over the weekend. We are live this morning for the Mount Hope section in the Bronx. John Diaz, CBS 2 News.
Yeah, you see what's going on out here, man. A lot of kids a lot of children are being put to death, man. And, Governor Cuomo is called a state of emergency, man, because of all this gun violence, man. So, things are happening, man. Things are happening, man, at a fast rate. But this is Ecclesiasticus 43 and verse 29. The Lord Yahawah is terrible and very great and marvelous in his power. Okay? Terrible, man. Terrible and great, man. And marvelous in his power, man. You know, so for them people out there to say the Most High don't kill, man, the Most High does. The Most High kills, man. It ain't Satan or the devil, okay? Because the devil is the so-called white man, which is Esau, you know? And Satan is a spirit that the Most High uses on his left-hand side, man. All right? And Lucifer are the higher-ups, man, the enlightened ones, the banking families, you know, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and such. Okay? So don't get it confused, man, because the Most High is not the author of confusion. The Most High is the one who kills and who makes alive, man. And the Most High, the one that put these kids to death. It was him and only him. This is my last one right here. This is Hebrews 10 and verse 31. And it reads, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. Okay, that's not something that you want, man. You don't want to be in the hands of the Lord, man. That's not what you want. That is not what you want. Okay? So if I was you, if you're not repenting out there, I advise you to do so. Even though just repenting and keeping the law is not going to save you. But it'll give you a good chance. You know? Even if you're not written in the book of life, if the maybe if the Most High sees that you've been repenting, man, he'll have mercy on you and give you a quick death and not a slow one. These are things to consider. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God, man, which is Yahawah. His name is Yahawah. Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is his son's name, who everyone ignorantly calls Jesus. Bahashem Rakak Radash, which is the Holy Spirit, man. Call O Yahawah Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakak Radash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the hopeful elect, and much respect to the brothers pushing his word in the four corners of the globe. This is Brother Ariyah. Shalom.